Hello everybody, this is Blightwind bringing you another one of the games within the defense. This is actually game 2 of WHA up against Uebelst Gaming. Uebelst Gaming took game 1. If you haven't watched it, then why are you watching game 2? It is on my channel, so you can find it there. It was actually an incredibly long game. It ended up like being 72 minutes or something like that. Like my total recording was like an hour and 20-ish minutes. So it was just very action-packed. It was very even for a long time. Uebelst managed to turn around. Actually, they were losing early on, and then they managed to turn it around. It was great to see some great morphling play. He was just kind of hovering around, managed to pick off supports with an ethereal blade early on. We're going to see a Chen banned out right away here. Chen, he's got some great early aggression. Well, not quite early aggression, but he's got some good pushing. He's got great team fight with the Hand of God. He's a good jungler. And we're going to see a Naga Siren, more team fight. With the ult, Riptide, she's able to net people, it goes through BKB, so it's just wonderful. It's like 5 seconds of disable or something crazy like that. Then we're going to see a Nature's Prophet banned out. Nature's Prophet, another jungler. He's got great ganks because of the teleport. He's got amazing push with the treants. Darkseer, huge amounts of team fight as well. He's got Vacuum, he's got the Wall of Replica. The Vacuum can set up stuff like Black Hole, it can set up Ravage. It's just wonderful. Leshrack's going to be banned out then. Leshrack, great pusher. We did see him in game 1. He did all right. He had some early success, and then towards the late game, he ended up getting blown up by the Morphling. But, I mean, Diabolic Edict is probably the best pushing spell in this game. And then you've got, like, the Split Earth, which, if you've got another stun to set up, is just wonderful. Pulse Nova can cause havoc in team fights. Then a Lycan's going to be banned out, Lycan, pretty straightforward ban. He's a decent jungler. He's got great pushing. He's got some good ganking. He's got great chase. Pretty much, I mean, if you want to find out why you need to ban Lycan, basically watch any cast ever, because he's always banned. People will explain it there. I explain it in pretty much every game as well. Shadow Demon's going to be banned out, or picked up, sorry. Shadow Demon's got some great ganking potential. He's got great counter ganking potential as well. He, you know, the disruption into Soul Catcher combo, very powerful. And Uebelst loves to run him and Invoker. They love to do that disruption into Sunstrike shenanigan combo. Double check that my audio. This is actually my second time recording this one. The first time the Audacity crashed pretty much right away, so I lost pretty much all of my audio. I think I got 1.5 seconds of sound, which is just great. You know, it's just wonderful. We're going to see an Enigma picked up, and Enigma, pretty much one of the only junglers left. You do have Enchantress still on the board, so we'll have to see if Uebelst goes with that to kind of counter it. But Enigma, he's got great team fight with the Black Hole. He's got good pushing with the Eidolons. And then Malefice is certainly no slouch either. It can be very powerful. It's great for, you know, stopping people from TPing out, because it allows you to chase while getting little mini stuns for like 1 second. Venomancer is going to be picked up second of all. Venomancer, some more good push with the wards. He can counter push with the wards. You set up a little fort in front of whatever tower they're going to be pushing. Venomous Gale is an incredibly powerful slow, so that's not surprising. And then his ult can be very powerful if you get it off on multiple people. It won't kill, but it does a ton of damage. And if you manage to have a decent team fight where you get it off early on, you won't have to worry about getting the finishing damage. It's pretty easy to finish people off once the Poison Nova brings them nice and low. So we're going to have to see what Uebelst Gaming goes with. They did run a Morphling last game that went very well, so they might look to pick him up. He's still on the board. They could go Invoker. He's still on the board. Lone Druid is still on. He didn't get banned out. Windrunner. Oh, Crystal Maiden if you want to pick her early. What else is there? Oh, I don't know. Okay, they're going to go with a Lone Druid. Okay, so it is Lone Druid and Invoker. Invoker's got a huge plethora of spells that he can bring to the table. Pretty much whatever you want to do, he will be able to contribute in some way. Lone Druid, he's a great solo laner, generally fairly safe. Because you are essentially up against 2 people if you're fighting a solo Lone Druid because of the bear. Morphling's going to be picked up. Morphling, last game, like I had said early on in this game. He carried so well. He ended up getting that Ethereal Blade and just blowing up supports. You can go the Shotgun Morphling, the wave, you E-Blade somebody, then Waveform Adaptive Strike, and it does just an absurd amount of damage. It's like 1,500 damage or something crazy like that. And then we're going to see a Broodmother banned out by Uebelst. Broodmother is just an annoying hero to lane against. She'll sit in her webs, she hides, you gotta spend money on dust or sentries. She's gonna harass you with spiders, she's gonna push your towers with a spider army. So it's better to just ban her out, say screw it. And then Enchantress is gonna be banned out, eliminate the last bit of the jungler. She's one of the junglers that has some of the highest early game aggression, because she can just pick up some early creeps. Enchant is a huge slow, and she'll just come in with like 2 or 3 creeps early on, and just start ganking, start pushing towers. Tidehunter's gonna be banned out. Gush, good slow, minus armor. Ravage, huge team fight ability. Then Panda is gonna be banned out as well. Clap, another good slow, good nuke. The Primal Split is just a ridiculous team fight ability. And then like Drunken Haze could shut down Morphling, give him a huge miss chance. Then a Night Stalker is gonna be picked up by Uebelst. Night Stalker can go one of 2 routes. You can either go like Vanguard Heart, and then like an urn, and just kind of run around, be a ganking machine, go for more of like a bursty nuke style, or you can go like Armlet. You could go like Vanguard Armlet and then be a bit more of a carry, but you don't see that as often. Generally, people just build him nice and tanky. Use him to dive. Once night comes, he just roams around, causing terror. We're going to see a Beastmaster picked up. He will be the solo lane for them. He's going to be very safe. He can just sit there at last hit with the wild axes, and the Hawk gives him some great vision. Makes him nice and safe from ganks. The Vengeful Spirit's going to be picked up. Venge isn't a support that you see as often, but Uebelst just seems to love her. They picked her up in game 1. I mean, she does have a very reliable stun with the Magic Missile. It does a good amount of damage. She's got some minus armor with the Howl. Her aura can definitely transition to some late game damage. And then the swap can be powerful, and it is very good against this Enigma. That's the big thing. Even if he picks up a BKB, as long as Venge is careful to stay far away from the rest of her team, she'll be able to swap him out whenever he goes to black hole people. So they will have something to stop that. But she's generally not favored, because the swap late game is more or less you throwing the Venge away in exchange for a high priority target. You're saying, well, okay, I'm going to throw away the Venge in exchange for the Enigma, or in exchange for the Morphling. They just, and they're, I mean, it's primarily picked up for the Enigma, like to counter the Enigma, but generally, in most games, people just say, well, if we want to stun, we can pick up an Earthshaker, or like a Leshrac. You know, there's supports that can fill the roles better. But we're going to see a Slardar picked up for WHA. Slardar will allow them to have a bit of early game aggression with the sprint, the crush, and then the amplified damage causes him to just do, you know, you end up taking so much damage. It's -8 armor at level 1. That's just ridiculous. That's basically, that's more than a free medallion. And then, you know, the bashes, if he gets lucky on bashes, you're just held in place and just weeping as you watch your health plummet. But we'll go over who's playing what. For WHA, we've got RMC on the Enigma, HHNP on the Venomancer, Fata on the Morphling, Joj Dicurve, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, on the Slardar, Cry Asia on the Beastmaster to wrap things up. And then for Uebelst, we've got Leaf on that Invoker, Alex on the Vengeful Spirit, Chill on the Shadow Demon again, KKY on the Lone Druid, and then PAS hashtag on the Night Stalker. And just sitting at a pause here. I'm not going to fast forward through pauses I did in the first game, but that's because the total replay ended up being like an hour, 26 minutes or something crazy like that. So I fast forwarded through like one pause. I think the others were relatively short. Like I said, it was an incredibly long game, over 70 minutes. It's a lot of casting. I had to go, like, my voice was sore after that. I had to go have some lunch. Now I'm casting game 2, and I'll probably do game 3 right after, depending on how I feel after this one. And if I can get Sony Vegas, I'm having a little problems with that. And I'm just trying to fill dead time. But they say they're ready to go, so we should get... There we go, 3, 2, 1. And let's do this.
Prepare for battle.
So we most likely we can pretty much expect to see the Beastmaster in the bottom lane, in that long lane solo. Then the Enigma will probably be in jungle. Normally I would say that they could do a tri-lane, but I mean, you can't do a tri-lane with a Veno Slardar Morphling. Both the Slardar and the Morphling will be looking for farms, so we'll probably see the Enigma in the jungle, and then I'd guess probably Morphling, because he's got a lot of escape, in the mid lane, and then Veno Slardar, which is a scary lane. And we're going to see the Radiant throw down a ward in their own jungle, and then this, the Dire team, going to wander in, just kind of exploring, hoping to catch somebody out. I imagine they will pretty much run the same thing that they did in game 1 on the Uebelst side. Just the Night Stalker will take the place of the Morphling in the tri-lane of Venge, Shadow Demon, and Night Stalker. And then the Lone Druid solo lane, and Invoker solo mid. And yeah, looks like that's pretty much it. The Slardar could go mid, but since you can pretty much guarantee that he's going to be up against the Invoker, you don't really want to send him up against someone who can kite him decently well with like Cold Snap and Ice Walls. And an Illusion Rune picked up by Venge, just gonna scout out a bit with that. And a bit of a yawn, sorry about that. Might as well get them out of the way now. And Venge is actually gonna use the illusion to body block this pole camp. Very good play by her. Or him. And also block this easy camp. Ooh, that's really gonna set... That'll set Enigma behind a little bit. Beastmaster is gonna have to basically sit back, throw axes. He hasn't skilled anything yet, though. So... And actually, same thing... Oh, there we go. Invoker just picked up Quas. He hasn't actually summoned any of the orbs yet. And we're going to see KKY actually taking a bit of harass. We're going to see a Gale on him. Oh, this could be bad. He doesn't have the bear to block for him. Crush is going to go down as well, and just tons of damage. Tried to deny himself with the bear, but they managed to pick up first blood there. And Beastmaster just kind of hanging out. Now he's got level 2. He's got his Wild Axes and Call of the Wild. We're going to see a disruption go down on him, but he's just going to take a little bit of harass. Venge wasn't in range to do a magic missile, so Beastmaster will just back up a little bit, throw some axes, and he'll be okay. Throw some axes to clear out the jungle a bit, get himself some vision in here. I mean, normally you kind of want to get these two, but this will provide him some vision up in here. So then he can avoid some Vengeful Spirit Shadow Demon shenanigans. We're going to see Veno throwing down some wards. And then he's going to go hunting around. Lone Druid doing a little bit of jungling. Try and do a pull here as well. Just so then he can get some denies. Deny the lane a little bit. And get himself some farm. He is a little bit behind after that early death. And Beastmaster trying to do a pull, I'm guessing. Morphling's going to bring himself his bottle. So he's got that. He can be a little bit more aggressive with the waveforms and look to trade a little bit more. We're actually seeing a Quas Exhort build with Quas first. That's a little interesting. I mean, he's got tons of early damage. But normally you'll see if they're looking to do Quas Exhort, they take Exhort first. Or we're going to see a dive on KKY. He's actually using the bear to block a little bit. But they finally get the crush in on him. And I think he was just hoping to get an entangle. No, because it didn't have entangling claws yet. But hey, Venge is gonna go for a walk, check rune, maybe jump onto the Morphling in the mid lane here. We've also got Venomancer coming down. He's smoked up. He's gonna look to go on this Invoker. We see the Venomous Gale on him. Cold Snap on the Venge, or on the Veno, but he ends up getting the last hit. Magic Missile's gonna come through onto the Morphling, but doesn't end up doing anything really. And Lone Druid trying to make up a little bit of farm here. He's 6-2 up against a 16-11 Slardar, who also has 1 kill, 1 assist. So Lone Druid definitely not having any fun here. We're gonna see Shadow Demon come for a walk up top here, try and help support, and it looks like Venge is also coming in. Trilane's gonna transition up here. They gave the Night Stalker a bit of an advantage up against the Beastmaster, so they're gonna come up, save this Lone Druid who's struggling quite a bit. And they're just kind of waiting in the wings here. Bear's gonna get resummoned. And are they gonna make a go on this? I think they can. They are spotted. I think they got spotted by this ward here. And then when Shadow Demon came forward a little bit here, he was spotted out. I think he came about to here. They could see him. We see Enigma popping a Clarity. He's just kind of hanging out. He does have a Soul Ring up, which is good, so that'll give him basically free Eidolons. We're actually going to see a Sunstrike Disruption combo on the Venomancer. He's also going to take a Soul Catcher. Oh, but KKY is so low. He pops a Salve. He's got an Urn on him. He manages to go down to neutrals. But then Morphling is going to come up, pound damage into the Venge, and then Slardar is going to get a kill on the Shadow Demon. And Venomancer ended up surviving, actually. He got so low. Morphling with that haste rune, able to just sprint around for free. Bring himself some boots. And just farm it up some more. He's 29-15 up against a 23-4 Invoker. He's got a double damage now. This could be bad for Invoker. Double damage Morphling, it can be incredibly scary. Especially when he's fairly agimorphed like this. He's only down to 15 strength. You cannot shift this bonus strength. You can only shift your base stuff. Shadow Demon actually gets a kill on the Enigma bottom lane. Sorry, I missed that one. Eidolons coming through, just doing a little bit of damage. And Beastmaster and Veno are also down here. And then I missed another kill top. Looks like Slardar went for a dive and ended up getting Sunstriked. And maybe an Entangle. I'm not sure. But Urn brings the Lone Druid back up. Oh, and Invoker gets so low. That double damage Morphling. So scary. And he's actually going to find a Night Stalker. Night Stalker voids and silences him. But he's just going to say, I've got a double damage. I don't really care. And Slardar, he ends up getting the last hit, but Slardar was coming up just in case that was another miss. With a Slithering Crush at the ready. And that would have secured the kill. Oh, bit of a stretch.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And the middle tower taking a little bit of damage, but
Radiant's top tower.
Lone Druid has managed to get his ult, so he's got himself nice and tanky now. Gives himself about another 600 health, and he's bringing himself some Tranquil Boots. Give himself some armor, some HP regen, and it'll allow him to gives him some hefty move speed. Shadow Demon manages to find an Invis. Spots an Enigma in the jungle. Beastmaster just doing a little bit of stacking, a little bit of pulling. And Power Tread's finished up on the Morphling. And he is 7-2, nice and early in the game. They're actually going to find the Enigma here. Disruption, Sunstrike, Magic Missile. He's going to go down. But the Eidolons are going to get a kill on the Shadow Demon. That Soul Catcher Sunstrike combo just does so much damage. Like, does he still have it queued up? So it does 225 damage right now.
Radiant's bottom tower
With an extra
is under
30% damage. So doing some quick math, that's like almost 300 damage. Then 300 pure damage, in fact, like on top of that. Axe is coming through, just doing a little bit of farm, a little bit of harass. Bear's actually going to go down, amplify damage. Scary stuff. And this tower is going to take tons of damage from these wards. Level 3 wards. They're going to throw an amplify damage out on the Lone Druid as well. Kind of make him second guess diving in on them. Axe is coming through again, doing some more damage to the Night Stalker. We've actually got Morphling coming up top here.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
He's gonna Slardar is gonna sprint forward, realize that they all backed off, and instead just take the tower.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Invoker looking to farm a bit more. Morphling finds himself another DD rune, and ooh, Invoker is super low. There we see the waveform forward and tons of damage. That was like 450 damage in the blink of an eye. We're gonna see a Void and an Urn on the Beastmaster. Magic Missile on him. He is so low. Roar down onto the Venge, and we're gonna see a Black Hole used. Crush is gonna finish off the Venge, and then Axe is gonna come through to get a kill on the Night Stalker. So great job by the Beastmaster managing to juke into the trees, and then great job on Enigma doing some wonderful support. They managed to turn that around, pick up 2 for nothing, and they're going to take a tier 1 tower most likely. Not much that can stop this between the Eidolons and the wards. The Eidolons should split pretty soon here.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
I think maybe one more attack. Morphling's going to get the kill on the middle tower as well. And they're actually going to look to do some, or the Chaos Meteor, or Meatball as I love to call it, manages to finish off the wave. We're going to see an amplify damage on the Night Stalker. Morphling's in a wave form after the Shadow Demon, and some right clicks to finish him off. And he's just taking so much damage because of that amplify damage. So much minus armor. So that's another 2 for nothing. That's going to be a tier 2.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Glyph's going to be popped. Lone Druid just kind of hanging out up top here. Morphling's going to TP up there. He says, you guys got this, right? Between all of the poison wards and the Eidolons. Throwing out those crazy Technicolor shiny lasers. And Slaughter gets the last hit on that one as well. So that's 4 for nothing tower in terms of towers already. 13 and 3 for kills. We've got about an 8,000 gold advantage and a 7,500 experience advantage. Beastmaster's going to pick himself up a Vanguard. I'm not 100% opposed to this. It gives him some early regen, some early tank ability. They don't, from the looks of it, they're not looking to do a Necro or something like that super late game. Deafening Blast and a Chaos Meteor is going to come through on the Invoker. He's going to get crushed though and roared, and the Axes are going to finish him off. Unfortunately, Deafening Blast does not block Slithering Crush, so he's able to just stun you, and then the mischance comes, or the disarm aspect of the Deafening Blast comes off, and then he's just going to start pounding right clicks into you. And they have no problem using Primal Roar. It's a little under a minute and a half cooldown, so. Morphling already has an Eagle Song. That's really scary, actually. So he is only like... He's 500 gold away from an Ethereal Blade. So he's going to have like a 12-minute Ethereal Blade. Defensive Disruption on the Vengeful Spirit. She's going to Magic Missile onto the Venomancer. She's going to start eating Malefice charges. Slardar is going to finish her off with the Urn. And he's just going to run away with his, let Soulcatcher drop off. He's going to earn himself up. Axe is coming through, hurting the creeps, doing a bit of poke.
Radiant's top tower is under
And then he's going to, Beastmaster's going to teleport up here, look to try and stop the Lone Druid. Probably not going to happen though. Yeah, Lone Druid ends up finishing that off. And a great first hit on Entangle, but the Boar is going to keep him slowed down. Recalls the bear, try and get more Entangles. Here's Enigma. Malefice is going to go down. Aurora as well. Venomous Gale. Axe is going to finish him off. So he did get the tower, but he ended up going down, and a whole bunch of assist gold got spread out. 2,400 saved up on him, though. About 150 gold from the Ethereal Blade. 25. So he's one creep kill away. Or wait around for a little bit. Slardar manages to pick himself up a blink, too. So that's going to be huge. Oh, really mistimed that Deafening Blast. Get a blink. They're going to get a crush. But I don't think they managed to see him. Yeah, they can't get the Amplify. They just know where he was standing, so they could do a crush. But they don't actually have detection of him, so they won't be able to get the Amplify damage on him for the vision.
Top tower is under attack.
Morphling's sending himself the Ghost Scepter for his Ethereal Blade. And so that is a 15-minute E-Blade. That's scary as hell. This is going to be a tier 2 push coming in. The Glyph just came up. I don't think they realized that it's up, actually. But really, it would have been kind of a waste. They can't take this Radiant team on in a straight-up fight. So they are instead just going to kind of dance around. Replicant slithering around. Venomancer makes the creepiest noises. And now they're going to look to take a Roshan. Amplified damage is going to go out. It's actually minus 6 armor by... oh no, it is minus 8. It's only showing minus 6 though. But he's basically at minus 3 armor. So he is dropping fast.
Roshan has fallen to the Radiant.
And a mech's finished on the Enigma. So that'll be great for him. He's bringing himself another chainmail, actually. That's interesting. Or the chainmail's not for him. It's for somebody else. But he has a mech finished. That'll give them a nice early heal. And they're going to look to pressure this tier 3. We see a Blinken Crush. And Invoker's just going to get blown up. Slaughter does end up going down to the Chaos Meteor. Slaughter buys back right away. Morphling finishes on, gets the kill on that. And he's going to waveform away from the Lone Druid. Poison Nova's going to come out. Disruption going down on the Venomancer. Nothing's really going to come of that. And just more and more push coming in. Venom, oh, Vengeful Spirit just gets blown up by that Ethereal Blade. I don't even think she actually got hit by the waveform. Night Stalker's just gonna get turned on. Black Hole on 2 and the Bear. Lone Druid's gonna get crushed. He's gonna take a ton of damage. Ultra kill for the Morphling, and they call GG. I was not expecting that at all. I mean, WHA was definitely in a commanding spot, but I don't think it was quite over. They did have a lone druid. Leaf just says go next. So that's game 2. Apparently 18-minute victory for WHA. Very well played. I was very impressed with this. So I might as well start wrapping things up here. I mean, pretty much a stomp here. I think it was Uebelst just kind of giving up. Would not be surprised to see a Morphling ban the next game. But we're going to be going on to a game 3, so hope you are all excited for that. My name was Blightwind. This was a game 2 of WHA up against Uebelst within the defense tournament, and I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a like and a favorite. It definitely helps out new casters like myself. And please leave comments on how I can improve myself. Just don't tell me I fucking suck. Don't tell me to quit. You know, don't leave negative comments like that. If you're gonna leave some kind of negativity, at least say, look, I don't think you did a very good cast. This is why. You know, explain to me how can I improve myself. Allow me to change myself so that I can bring you the content you want to see. And please subscribe if you would like to see some more great Dota 2 action. And I will catch all of you fine folk later on. There's the final score screen. 11-0 on the Morphling. He just was on fire, Fata. Destroying. But I'll catch all of you folks later on. Have yourselves a good day.